What up, squad? I haven't talked about the Rent-A-Girlfriend manga since chapter 300, but something new is brewing. The cohabitation arc has been nothing but like good development for both Kazuya and Chizuru. I mean, it showed that he's capable of taking care of her when she's off her game, and Chizuru being comfortable enough to, lower her guard and be herself around him. So it's been a plus this entire time. Now we're on chapter 308, which is a rental date with client Mr. N. It turns out Grandma Nagomi used the name of Mr. N to book a rental date with Chizuru. We saw from last time that at the end of the chapter that it was Grandma Nagomi standing there. This turned out to be Mr. N. So here we go into this. The reason for this is that it so happens Kazuya himself didn't want to bring Chizuru around after everything that happened during the Hawaiian Paradise arc, which is understandable. He's kind of a little bit off about it. I get that. Like, for real. You don't know how your family's going to act towards Chizuru, but Chizuru was with the mom at the daycare and everything seemed fine. So, it is what it is. Where they stand together, Kazuya and Chizuru, if I may add, is that they aren't dating. So they're more than friends, but less than lovers, just based on how they interact with each other. You get me? So back to Grandma Nagomi. She had no ill intentions, like whatsoever. And this is just me reviewing the chapter with you guys. She had no ill intentions of the rental day. She really wanted to see Chizuru after all that happened during the Hawaiian Resort arc. She still treats Chizuru like a princess and compliments her to no end, which we all do. I mean, Chizuru is gorgeous, as always. It's Miyajima's favorite, so, kudos to that. Chizuru can't help but feel like there's an ulterior motive, but ends up enjoying herself as time goes on. I don't blame her for having her guard up around Grandma Nagomi. It's not that she feels like Grandma Nagomi would do her wrong, but just after everything that's happened, she hasn't really seen them since, just the mother. The mother's been the only one that's really made contact with, Chizuru, and that's because of the daycare situation. But if anything, I can see that they grew even closer rather than apart during this whole chapter. This was a fun chapter for them both. They shopped for clothes and just bonded. They had girl time. And it was pretty cool to just see the panels and the smiles and everything that Chizuru and Grandma Nagomi had. And I was just like loving every bit of it. Like, Miyajima deserves a lot of praise for this, because we fans just ate that up. It was just like a buffet of goodness, and I love that. The last place that Chizuru and Nagomi check out is the arcade. Now, this is something, that's really familiar with Nagomi because she loves games anyway. So it's pretty cool to see her in there having fun at the arcade. And then we see them walking from the crane game, having a good time. And who spotted in that final panel, you ask? It's none other than a surprise Mami Nanami. And that just brings a lot into question just because of that, because it's Mami Nanami. Like, the toxic ex is back. We saw Ruka at one point in previous chapters, and now it's Mami Nanami's turn. So what will come of this in next chapter, we just don't know. I feel like this is going to hit Mami hard in the next chapter, just because the reveal of Chizuru being a rental to the family should have broken up like any future relationships they had like together. It should have just been done. Mami Nanami won, it's that and that, but it's not going like she thought it was. But she didn't give like the dead fish eyes or nothing. So we're not sure what's being schemed here. Sure, she's at the crane game doing her thing, but we just don't know. She gives off that, like, what is this? I shouldn't say predict. There's 4 scenarios that could come of this that, I just couldn't help but think of while I was reading it. And the first one is Chizuru will tell Nagomi that she needs to go to the restroom, which is where Mami will confront her. Remember, Chizuru has been in her own thoughts about Nagomi renting her from the beginning, so it's not wrong to be a little cautious at the end of the day. You know what I mean? By meeting her in the restroom, Mami can ask why she's with Grandma after reveal to Kazuya's family. This could also backfire too. I want people to know this could also backfire, since Chizuru could say that Nagomi is the one that rented her and got her out there. Number 2 scenario, Mami follows Chizuru home and finds out Kazuya has been staying with her. This gives her blackmail on Chizuru, which shouldn't surprise anyone since Mami has done it before, obviously. In this case, she would be more serious about going to the HC about policy violation. Ruka could also be informed about the situation, we all know how Ruka feels about the relationship those two have, like for real. And it would not sit well with her finding out. Like she would just go bananas. She would go bananas. It would also explain Kazuya's strange behavior towards her in previous chapters. Number 3, Mami approaches and joins them to make things uncomfortable for Chizuru. Mami has already rented Chizuru before, and having her with them would make things difficult since Chizuru wouldn't be able to be herself. Her guard would be up like tight. And like she may even think Nagomi put her up to it. And I really hope that doesn't come to be. Like, I really hope this third one is not what it would turn out to. But it is what it is. The fourth one, though, I highly doubt this. Mami does nothing and ignores them. Now, there's probably a 99.9% chance of this not being the case. But for real, if it does, I'll be happy. But it just doesn't seem like that to be the case because she's out to crush Chizuru's happiness. So I don't see that happening at all, of her ignoring this situation, because this is like a big deal. I hope you all enjoyed the video, like of me reviewing this and talking about it with you guys. I hope you come up with some your own things. You know, hit that like button and drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think about this chapter itself. I may do another video as a follow-up as far as like the next chapter goes, if it's worth doing, or I'll post it on, you know, Twitter or something. Don't forget to subscribe and follow on socials for those updates of sorts, you know what I mean? But I will see you all next time, next video. Stay wavy, squad. I'm out.